Hello. Guess who's home? Yep, I'm home from the hospital now. So I was in the hospital for 8 days. I count seven because, you know, Father's Day was the day that I had the surgery. So what happened was, I know the video that I did was a little brief, but um, basically I was still up at around 11:30 at night. I got a phone call from Rochester. Was wondering why they were calling me, and they called to tell me that they had a liver for me. It wasn't a living donor; it was from a deceased um, donor, which is fine. Um, Everything was good, no Hep A, B, C, no COVID, no nothing. Kind of hit the jackpot there, but if it didn't work, sorry, I need to adjust myself here. Still kind of hurts a little bit, but I feel a lot better. Um, so they said we need you up here that morning to prep you just in case once they go in and they open up, do, open and take a look at the liver, make sure that it's actually good before putting it in your, I know my hair looks funky. That's just flipping the front. It's hot. Deal with it, okay? Um, I'm making the best of the situation here. So, I wasn't trying to get my hopes up because when my mom had her liver transplant and she got the phone call for the first time, um, unfortunately, the liver that they called her for, once they opened up, was not viable. So, unfortunately, she got sent home. But she got a phone call a couple weeks later, and she was not doing so great. Um, she's doing a lot better now. And so is my uncle. Yes, this is possibly a big family treat that we have. Um, no, we don't like it. Okay. It's not something that we like to share. Sharing is caring, but nothing like this. Um, so I got there and they wheeled me down, got me all prepped, ready to go, and then got the green light, said, liver looks really good, wheel her in. And then I started getting nervous and scared, and all these emotions started rolling in. And it took about 12 hours. It was a pretty long surgery. When I finally came to, I was already in ICU. And I had everything on me. I mean, I was covered in blood. And, they had tubes and lines, and it was, I looked like I had the shit beat out of me, okay? I looked like I went into a panther cage and just started rumbling, and my ass lost, okay? I've got bruises everywhere. I I'm swollen from the surgery. It's, but but my belly area does not look that swollen anymore. So there is fluid that's going to need to come off, and I'm going to have to go for walks and stuff, which is totally fine. I can handle that. I can so handle that. That is not a problem. I just have to take it one day at a time, which is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take this year for me. And I know that sounds a little selfish, but in reality, it's not. It's part of my recovery and my well being. So I'm not going to try to worry as much as I used to. I'm just going to let things roll. I've actually been more calm since the surgery. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I feel good, if it's because I don't know. I've never felt like this before. This is something new to me. And it's great. I love it, but it's also scary. And I'm starting to get things, words floating back in my brain again that I have not been able to say in like so long, and it's just so, oh, so good. It is so good. I was lucky. I was a lucky bitch, okay? It could have been worse because I sat there and I thought, I'm never going to get a call. I'm going to get so bad to where I'm not going to even know who I am anymore. Or I'm going to get so bad to where I can't walk. I can't, I can't have a social life with anybody because nobody's going to want to be around me because I'm going to look so sickly. And then I was looking back at all my old pictures and videos and stuff, and I'm like, I already look sickly. What the hell am I thinking? About looking sickly. I was already looking sick. I had a spare tire hanging down that was sloshing around like the ocean, you know? And it was fluid. It was fluid from my liver. I was getting bad. Really bad. But because my melt score was low and they found the donor, I was able to get it. But that comes with special responsibilities. So there's a lot of things I can do once I heal again. There's a lot of things I cannot do, I cannot consume, and I am going to stick to that list. I've got my medicines. I have to go for clinics once a week. And it's on Mondays. And then I have blood drawn on, Wednesdays or Thursdays here at our local lab. And they just ship it right up to them so that way they have it. I'm still going to do Wednesday so that way they'll have it by Thursday just in case there's a little delay. And that way, if anything needs to be adjusted, because there's going to be a lot of adjustments between now and the next several months. And there will be some medications that I might be taken off of, but there will be some medications I have to take for the rest of my life. And I already knew that I was going to have to take Synthroid for the rest of my life because I have no thyroid. So that was not going to be a big problem for me. I don't mind. I really don't mind. But guys, I feel so much better. I feel so renewed. I don't ever, 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 ever want to feel like that again. That was such a ball buster. And I had to give up working because I couldn't do it. And, for the years, people sitting there telling me that I can't do something or I'm not smart enough, didn't even really know me, didn't know that what I was going through was something bad. I didn't even know what I was going through was something bad, and I was believing them. Now I just want to look at them and tell them to kiss my ass, But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to turn the other cheek. You want to know why? One, they don't deserve to kiss my ass. And number two, I don't know why I said the word ass on there, but yeah, it feels pretty good. And number two, I'm not like that. I don't like being mean to people. I don't think that it serves a purpose. If you're helping somebody and you're getting flustered in yourself, I get it. Some things are, flustering about. But being cruel to somebody because you don't like them, well, go piss in someone else's Cheerios, darling, because I'm not in the mood. It's just how I feel. And I don't feel like tired. There may be moments where I want to take a nap, but my ass, I'd rather be up walking around. And I have been. I've been getting up, walking around my house. My dogs, they were so happy to see me, and so were my cats. Well, the oldest cat, she could give two flying shits, but that's okay. But my dogs, they sniffed me, and they just looked at me like, wait a minute, you smell different. And I think it's because before, they could smell that I was sick. They could smell the liver stuff. Just like with Loki, when he kept digging on this side, um, was smelling the cancer in my when I had thyroid cancer. But Brittany, Buddy, and Loki, all three of them, came over to me. They sat next to me. Yes, I pet them, but yes, I also washed my hands. So that's one of the things I have to do. I have to wash my hands every time I touch the animals. No exotic pets or anything like that. So, and I'm not allowed to pick up poop anymore. So that is no longer my responsibility. I can deal with that. One less thing off my plate. I can have fun with them and let somebody else clean up the mess. So, but in all seriousness, guys, I do feel a lot better. It's going to take some time to heal. I'm going to have my good days and I'm going to have my bad days, but for so far, I've been having some pretty good days. And the staff was wonderful. Every single person, from housekeeping to nutrition, or the cafeteria, to the doctors, nurses, aides, all of them at University of Rochester Medical Center. If it wasn't for them, I might still be sick, or I might not even be here. So I give them full praise for all of this. They encouraged me to keep going. They rooted for me when I was, hitting stride marks. They got excited, and I actually got to talk with the nurses a little bit. And it's everybody is like a walk of life. It's just like all kinds of people have different things going on. And nobody was snooty to each other. Everybody worked together. It was like the perfect team. It truly was. I'm going to miss them all. I really am. And I really thought that I was going to be there for another week. But because I've been doing so good, because I don't want to sit still, I want to get things done. I want to get up. I want to walk. I want to get up now. I want to get up. I will be okay. I've been working on getting up. I've been taking it slow, so don't worry. But, guys, she is back. She is happier. So, I say, give me a little bit. Let's make some good videos, and maybe eventually in the future we'll talk about doing some podcasts, okay? All right. Love you guys.